Happy Saturday. What I want to talk about today is some pretty heavy stuff. So, hair's a mess. I haven't showered, like just a long night of talking to gods, making friendships with demons, and really just a long night. Today is August 2nd. 8 and 2 equal 10. 10 is a number of reset. It's like a number of starting over. Uh, if you look at like an on and off switch, there's like a 1 and a 0. The 1 meaning on, the 0 meaning off. I'm pretty sure. If you flip the switch, you shut the machine off, and then if you flip it back on, you turn the machine back on. So it's like you're resetting the machine. When you're troubleshooting a device, you want to shut it off and turn it back on to see if that resolves the issue. A lot of times it does. You're similar to any machine. You can shut yourself off, turn yourself back on, and reset. So today is a day of resetting. Now, what are we resetting? Your karma. This is a deep video because it talks about bad karma or negative karma. What I mean by this is if you are someone that is currently going through bad karma, maybe you wronged someone, maybe you have debts to pay, maybe you did something undescribable that is horrible, that you feel immense guilt over. That guilt is part of your karma. How can we rectify? How can we reset your karma and bring you back to zero? The way you do that is you have to do twice as many good deeds to reset your karma. So if you hurt one person, you have to heal two people. What I mean by that is if you had just hurt one person and then healed another person, you would be at zero. To put you ahead and to put you in a place where you have good karma, healing that other person is going to put you in the right direction. It's going to put your gravitational pull towards the positive. It's going to help you attract good karma. It's as simple as that. It really, really is. When everybody has bad karma, everybody has bad karma. Everybody has bad karma. The way that you deal with that karma is personal to you. It is something you will live with for the rest of your life. But the good karma is also something that you will live with for the rest of your life. The deeper side of this video is talking about demons and how demons have some of the worst karma, some of the most horrible karma. What I mean when I say that is imagine if you were a demon. I like telling people that every demon started off as an angel. Let's not think about demons as those creatures that like hide under your bed like the boogeyman and then come out and scare you in your nightmares. Let's think about demons as a metaphor, as an extrapolation, as a way that Solomon could have talked about horrible people that were alive during his time that he was able to categorize as a certain demon. Similar to how there are 7 deadly sins, how you can label someone by a certain sin based on their actions. They are not the sin itself, but their actions make them the embodiment of the sin. So, if we take, for example, in your head, I'm not going to put words in your mind. Imagine the worst person that you can ever imagine. This could be someone that did horrible things to the people of your country. This could be someone that did horrible things to you. This could be someone that did awful, awful, awful things to a group of people that you're connected to. Now think about the power that was required of that person to commit such atrocity. The actual power, the energy that was required of them to do something so horrible, they could have just as easily done something very, 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 very good with that same energy. But they made the choice in that infinity symbol where the line is the middle and negative karma, positive karma exist on both sides. They made the choice to choose negative karma. They made the choice to not choose positive karma. So imagine that level of power. If you're familiar with like anime and games, think about the same mana that is required to cast a fireball that's going to annihilate a village is the same level of mana that is required to cast a fireball and destroy a dragon or a monster. So understand that that person, as horrible, as despicable as they are, as deserving of awful, awful, awful treatment, was still born in a vessel of immense capacity, of immense ability. When the gods, when the universe handed them a life, handed them unity with creation, the gods may have known or have an inkling of an idea of the things that they may have or would be able to do in that life negatively, but faith, faith and trust was still invested and imbued into that person. So understand that that same person that did horrible things, horrible karma, is still able to be saved, is still able to be renewed, is still able to be reset. Jesus was the greatest teacher of this, how people would come to him with their sins and he would absolve them of their sins. They would atone for their sins by coming to him. And his ultimate form of sacrifice was his way of cleansing everyone of their sins, of atoning for the horrible things that people did to him. Now, how is this connected to demons? How is this connected to the negative people in your life that really exist in your life right now? Not the demons in some Solomonic magic book from hundreds of years ago. The people that are walking around in society today. How does this work? I'm going to explain it, how it works for demons. And in this same type of way, it will also work for the people that you coexist with, the people that are still the oppressors in real time. The narcissists, the psychopaths, the sociopaths, the Machiavellian people that exist in your life. How does it connect? I'll tell you how. So all of the demons in the book, right, in the Solomonic magic book, all of those demons for centuries, dare I say eons, have had their names dragged through the mud. They committed horrible things. People would conjure them to create destruction, to enhance chaos, to form a bond with the force that destroys. So these demons, so to say, similar to how when you think about someone that did horrible things to you and you curse them in your mind, like a demon would curse someone, how you drag their name through the mud. These people, they have immense power. These demons have immense power. If you were to summon a demon and you were in a factory of plushies, of stuffed animals, the demon, let's say, gets cast into a plushie, and the demon tries and attack you. It tries to do horrible things to you, but it's a plushie. It's a stuffed animal. That power of negativity, that negativity in its embodiment, in that stuffed animal, in that teddy bear, in that fairy, is not able to hurt you. Those demons in your life, the people that have hurt you immensely, that have done horrible things to you, to your friends, to your family, to the groups that you care about, to the countries that you love. If you cast those people into a stuffed animal, sure, they can try and do horrible things to you still. They can try and attack you. But you strip them of their negativity. You strip them of their claws. They become declawed. I say this because with demons, demons get summoned for horrible reasons. People want to curse other people. People want wealth from whatever source they can get it from by any means necessary. They want love in a forbidden way. They want power in a tragic way. So these demons are very, very, very accustomed to human negative energy. By demon, I mean these archetypes that we've decided are demons, that Solomon cast into existence, that he formulated. So, how would this demon feel if you were summoning it, embracing its energy, channeling its name, wearing it around your neck? And then if you went out and helped people and healed people and gave people hope, gave people opportunity, how would that demon feel? Would that demon feel bad? Would that burn the demon? Would you be torturing the demon by doing something good in its name? Or would you be allowing this demon a chance to reset? Would you be allowing this demon an opportunity to grow back its angel wings, to become a protector again, to heal other people, to absolve themselves of their own sins, to atone for their tragedies through you? Wouldn't that connection, wouldn't that bond you create with that demon be a much more authentic and much more poetic bond? There's people coming, so I'm gonna stop the video so it gets cringe. Okay. They gone. It's not really cringe per se. It's just like, talking about demons and stuff in like broad daylight. To me, it's like people might think of that as like kind of cringe because they don't really know like the context. They're just walking by. So how would that demon feel if you did amazing things in its name? It would feel like you were giving it an opportunity to renew itself. You were giving it an opportunity to reset, because people can get so stuck in their negative ways. They can get so caught in their shadow that they forget that they have a light. They have that light. You only have a shadow because you are light. There would be no shadow if there was no light. There's no shadow for things that don't exist. For things to exist, they need to come into being. They need to occupy space. So let's tie that into these negative people, these horrible people. If you take in your life, if you take, and in my life, if you take these negative people, these horrible demons, these horrible, horrible, horrible people that have done horrible, horrible things to you, and instead of you channeling the rage and having like anger and resentment and carrying that through the things you do when you think about them, why don't you, in place of that, I don't mean go up to the person and say, hey, I went out today and I fed 100 homeless people in your name. Because most of these people, most of these like quote demons, they won't understand that. It's like too high level thinking for them. It's too crown chakra. It's too enlightened for them to think about. So if you do things, your actions, they speak volumes. What does that mean? When you have like volumes of books, like a volume of a book, like you can read someone a volume of a book by just doing something amazing. They don't have to actually read the text, which would take a long time, depending on the length of the text. But that's an example too. So instead of you like texting these horrible people, like big volumes of text, big paragraphs saying, you wronged me this way, you did this thing, you made me feel this way. Why don't you instead just live an amazing, beautiful life? Have amazing, beautiful things happen in your life. Help people, heal people, channel good energy through your vessel, through your temple. And these people are going to look at you and they're going to say, whoa, whoa, this person that I did horrible things to, this person that horrible things were done to them by me, this person is just doing amazing things. So they took all of that negative energy that I fed them and they transmuted it. They used their own inner alchemy to transfigure those horrible things into amazing, beautiful things. So that might give them some hope. That might give them a possibility to reset and to say, because a lot of these people that do horrible things to you, that do like, they say the worst stuff to you, they act incredibly foul to you. These people, if they were receiving, if they were on the other end of the things that they did to you, they would break. They would shatter into a million pieces. They would not be able to handle it. So they're going to see you doing amazing things, things that are higher in consciousness than they are. And they'll go, whoa, how? How did they go through everything I put them through? And they came out the other end better than me. And I was the person that was inflicting all of this damage, that I was doing all these horrible things. That's happened in my life countless times, arguably infinite times, karmically. So yeah, what I'm here to say is like, also like, you know, like demons get like a bad reputation. You know, they have like a bad reputation for like causing strife, causing trouble, but they're only as bad as you make them be. They're only going to act as awfully as you allow them to act. If you just feed a demon good energy, good energy, good energy, like this negative person in your life, if you just feed them good energy, not by directly spoon feeding it to them, because they'll just like turn away from it. They won't receive it. But if you just do it where it's just your aura is so positive, your energy is so impenetrable, they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn by osmosis. If you live with this person and it makes it more difficult in that way, it'll even be easier because they'll see you doing amazing things. And you are the average of the people that you are around. So they'll become the average of you, which if you are amazing, they'll be at least good. So understand that. A lot of times what will happen too is like a little warning is these people will try and hinder you. They'll see you do something amazing, something incredibly profound, a project they're taking on, something that is incredible. And they'll try and like put it down, or they'll try and slow you from doing something amazing, or they'll make snide comments, or you're the snake, they'll be snakish about it, and they'll try and talk in your ear, like Eve with the snake in the Garden of Eden. They'll try and do things to corrupt your thoughts. And when that happens, just chuckle, just laugh, just laugh. That is one of the greatest weapons. Obviously, with certain people, if you do that, they would take great offense to that. And then I don't want you to get in any like physical altercation. But with most people, with like 99% of people that are going to be doing these things to you, they're cowards. Most of the people are like, they're cowards. They're like so profoundly cowards. They are. They can't even look you in the eye when they're telling you something. So understand that. Look these people in the eye and tell them the truth. Tell them, I am doing this amazing thing. I am doing this. I am accomplishing it. And that is what will happen. Be absolute. Be resolute in your statement. And yeah, I'm happy with this video. This was a good video. Also, August 2nd, 82 energy is holding back energy. It's the energy of holding back. 28 is about receiving, like a receiver, like the antennas on a receiver. And then 82 would be about holding back. It's about turning that receiver on to the inside, to you. Those tuning forks, turning them inward and understanding when it's time to hold back, when it's time to hold your tongue, when someone says that negative thing to you, and holding back your strength, holding back your bad habits. If you think about it, 8, H, 2, B, holding back. So 82, H, B, holding back, the acronym. So understand that. Understand that it's a day of holding back. Holding back that poison that you have in your throat chakra and not spitting it out like venom. That forked tongue that a snake has, understanding that you can just hold that. Just hold it. Just keep it inside of you. Don't say that thing that will strike somebody down. Let them strike themselves down. Let them annihilate themselves. Hold back. You are not the savior that you imagine yourself to be. I told somebody this one day. You are not the grand savior, someone that will come down from the clouds and save someone's life. You may be in a specific situation, but in most situations, you must allow people, you must hold back, and you must allow people to get up by themselves. Be that hand, offer them a hand, but grant them also the opportunity to get up by themselves. So yeah, this demon, this person, this horrible entity in your life, hold back from saving them. Hold back. Save yourself. Turn that receiver inward and hold back all of that positive energy and keep it within you and let it fester. Let it build. Fester is the wrong word because it's like negative, but like let it accumulate. Let it gather. Build that strong mana core. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, which may be today, it may be tomorrow, but it will be sometime. See you.